Yawe mulanjinya katebebe wa mushiro shakapanga lesa katebebe 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 wa mushiro shakapanga lesa katebebe lesa katebebe 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 wa mushiro shakapanga nimwe.
We've got habitat loss, prey-based depletion, the inevitable conflict that happens, unsustainable trophy hunting practices, we have disease, the impacts of climate change, we have the fragmentation and isolation of lion populations that leads to inbreeding depression. We only have maybe 32,000 lions left. They're disappearing at a fairly rapid rate, and once we get into more of these areas and really confirm how many lions there actually are, I suspect that 32,000 will be considered to be quite high. So it's not just the pure number that is the problem, it's all of these other aspects.
I think try this way. I can't hear anything. There, on the right. Look, can we just move back a bit, just because if they start playing the right anymore.
Here in Zambia at Lion Encounter, we are taking part in a 4-stage program to try and rehabilitate lions back into the wild. We start off with a breeding program where our adult lions give birth to cubs. Those cubs are taken away from the mother at 3 weeks old. They are then taken into the national park here where we stay and walked for the first 18 months of their life.
Right. Pushing good.
You are. 6 weeks, we start taking them out into the bush so that they get exposed to the bush, they get their natural instinct, because at that time they don't have their mothers, so we take the place of their mothers and teach them about the natural. They get exposed to their natural instinct, to see the different sounds of birds, animals.
About 3 years old, they go into stage 2, which is about 700-acre enclosure, so a massive enclosure but fenced off, and that's where they live as a pride, fully on their own, no human contact, and that's where they can hunt for themselves and end up breeding and living as a wild pride. So stage 3 is the same as stage 2, but it's a lot larger. It's a minimum of 10,000 acres, but also we have competitive species such as buffalo, who compete with the lions as they actively go and find the cubs and kill them. Then we also have hyenas, who are competitive species in the fact that they compete with the lions for their food. And then stage 4 is where the cubs that are born in stage 2 and stage 3 are then released into the wild. This is where the cubs have no human contact and therefore have human fear, which is a lot better than releasing our lions from stage 1. So it's not the ones that we walk with, it's the next generation that are released into the wild.
Yeah, I walk in front of the lions because we are operating in the national park where there are a lot of dangerous animals like buffaloes and elephants. So I have to walk in front of the lions with the firearm to make sure that the way is clear to safeguard and protect the clans, the volunteers and the lions. Koya.
Is going to take a long time. It's going to take more than one generation for sure. And to start with, the number of lions is going to continue to decline. But there'll become a tipping point when it'll go down and then enough area is available and it will start to go up again. And we're going to need lions to put into these areas. And the question is, where are they going to come from? Well, if the remaining wild lions have disease, many of them are inbred, but also a lot of the governments are not going to be willing to allow lions to be moved from their country to a neighbour to allow their tourism to flourish, because that's competing against their own internal tourism and development. So there's going to be policy problems to get over as well. So where else can they come from? Hey presto, we have a means, or are working on a means to put lions back into areas where they are protected, that don't have disease, don't have this nightmare policy sort of issue, and we believe can therefore complement our broad approach of responsible development. That is how you going out on a walk relates to lion conservation on a continent-wide scale.
Nangu nasapula yawe mulamfwika katebebe wa mushiro shakapang yawe katebebe yawe katebebe yawe katebebe katebebe wa mushiro shakapang yawe katebebe yawe katebebe katebebe yawe katebebe katebebe wa mushiro shakapanga.